In this video, we will discuss variable attribute. So for variable attribute, we mean the name, type, length, label, or maybe format of a variable. When a variable is created in a data step, name, type, and length are automatically assigned. But the label and the format are not automatically assigned. So if you want to know the variable attributes, so you can use proc contents to check it. You need to be aware of the difference between label and format, because label is usually used to replace name of the variable when you want to display the contents of a dataset. But the format is used to show how the value are displayed. Yeah, so let's look at this one. This is a SAS dataset we used multiple times. Yeah. So I create a dataset, name is grades. I have 5 variables, right? So if I generate the data, okay, so this is the data, right? So then I use a proc contents to check proc contents. Grades, okay. Yeah, so let me show both of them. So see from here, so you will be able to see the variable attribute. Yeah, so see we have the name, we have the type, so either numerical or character or length. Yeah, but the label and the format are not assigned, right? So in this case, so if you use proc print to show the contents, you can see here, so SAS just use the name of the variable, right? And for the for the value, so SAS just use the system default format to display those numbers. And so we can use a label and a format in different steps. So in proc step, of course, label and format, so you can specify the label for a variable, right? So you can also specify a format for a variable. Yeah, so if you use those in proc step, so you just temporarily assign the attribute. And so this is only applicable for that procedure only. Yeah, so beyond that procedure, so those statement has no effect. But if you use those procedure in a data step, so you will permanently assign those attributes to dataset. So means those values will be stored in the dataset descriptor portion. So then let me show you what I mean. So here, so for example, so I use a label statement. I just create a label for name. So I call it a student name. Right, and so then I ask SAS to show the label. So then maybe I have a format, maybe for exam 1, exam 2, and exam 3. So I just want SAS to show them in dollar. Okay, so this is weird, yeah, but just for demonstration. So $5.2. Maybe make it larger. Okay, see, let me run this 2 part. Yeah, you can see SAS instead of a name of the variable, SAS shows the label of that variable, right? For those 3 variables, so SAS shows this in dollar format. Yeah, but if you check the output of the contents, seems see nothing changed, right? So there is no label and format attached to that dataset. But if I move these 2 procedure, copy paste, remove that to this data step, then I run it. Okay, so I create the data set, right? So then I just check the proc contents. Check the proc contents. You can see the label, so this is stored in this dataset, and so the format for example 1, 2, 3, so are also stored in this dataset. So then if you use a proc print again, so now you do not need to specify label again, right? Because it is already in the dataset. Yeah, so if you see, SAS will use the label and use the format, right? Yeah, so this is what I mean by this. So in proc step, so this statement temporarily assign attribute. Yeah, but in data step, so SAS will permanently assign the attribute. The length of the variable, so this can also be defined. So usually, so this is used to specify the length for categorical variable. For character variable, right? Yeah. So see, you look at the output of the contents. Yeah, because usually, so if you do not specify that, so by default, so SAS will specify the length automatically. Like see for the name for sex, right? So SAS set the length as 8. So usually 8 is the default length. Okay, but you can use the length statement, right? So to specify length. For example, you specify length to be the 20. Do I need a period? Yeah, so no period is needed. Yes. So then you just say a length, the name will be 20, and for the sex, maybe I think the length 1 will be enough. Yeah, because we just have male or female, right? So then you run this one, you do print. So looks fine, right? So you check the contents, proc contents, and to check the length, you can see. So now see the name, the length is 20, but for sex the length is 1. Okay, yeah. So we just use the length statement to specify length of a character variable. So comments. Well, so we have label option and the label statement. Yeah, so label option is used in proc print. So the purpose is to request SAS to display label instead of name of the variable. And so label statement is to define a label for that variable. We also have format statement and format procedure. So format statement just requests SAS to use a certain SAS format. And so the purpose of format procedure is to define a non-standard SAS format. Okay, and so notice, so we can use a label statement and format, so in both a data step and other procedures. In data step, so you will permanently change label and format, so those information will be saved in SAS dataset. Yeah, but if you use those statement in procedure, so such as proc print, so you just temporarily change it, so it has only effect in that procedure. Yeah, but not beyond it.